Everything you believed to comprehend about your existence is about to be reshaped in the next few minutes. The veil that divides worlds has begun to thin, and you now stand on the precipice of a revelation that will shatter the very foundation of your reality. Out of the 7 billion souls traversing this earth, only 3 have been chosen. Not 30, nor 300, but 3, and your name resonates loudest among them. This original predestined position was etched by forces that predate time itself, and took its first breath of existence with intentionality. It was never a coincidence. It was never a random encounter, nor was it a game of chance. Those celestial architects, those who crafted the very blueprint of the universe, placed your name there with unwavering purpose. Since your first breath, they have been watching, weighing every moment, every decision, every breath you have taken. Are you feeling that tightness in your chest? It's not concern, it's understanding. Your intellect may struggle with the truth, but your spirit knows it well. The unseen eyes have never left your side. They witnessed every tear shed alone in the darkness, every battle fought against insurmountable odds, and every time you rose from being crushed, where the weight of existence itself sought to make you falter. They observed your resilience in moments where weaker beings would have broken. Now, we arrive at a pivotal moment. The cosmic gears have finally aligned. The wheels that have turned for eons have now clicked into their destined place. The stars have shifted into the exact configuration needed for what is to come. Your moment has arrived. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Feel the air around you. Can you sense the difference? It feels stronger, laden with the potential for growth. That undeniable pressure building within you is not new. You have sensed it for months. We stand at the precipice of a monumental clash. A conflict between unseen realms is reaching its zenith. You have already experienced glimpses of this battle. You've felt those instances when time itself seemed to slow, when synchronicities appeared with such striking frequency that even the most doubtful part of you could not deny them. Every nerve in your body has been preparing for this moment. The vivid dreams, the startling realizations that seem to come out of nowhere, the way some people now regard you differently, with reverence or even fear, are all signals of your awakening. What is unfolding right now is not simply a fleeting moment, it is a cosmic shift. To accommodate what you are about to become, the fundamental laws of the universe are being restructured. Your reality is being reshaped to align with your awakened power. There will be no returning to the old world you once knew. That reality is already fading, its particles rearranging themselves into something new, something that revolves around your potential. The choices you make from this point cannot be undone. The path you leave behind is irrevocably changed. You were merely a cocoon in your previous existence. Now is your time to transform into what you were always meant to be. Before you lie 2 paths, only 2. There's no room for compromise, no third option. The first path is that of mediocrity, the life of a sleepwalker, a mundane existence of those who never grasp their true potential. By following this road, you may enjoy the comfort of the familiar, the security of limits, and the quiet despair of unrealized potential. This is the path taken by the vast majority, 99.9%, who will live, die, and leave no mark on the greater cosmos. In stark contrast, the second path stands tall before you, like a lightning bolt frozen in time. This is your path, one of transformative change. It offers power beyond comprehension. It guarantees elevation above those who once believed they stood on equal ground with you. You are at a crossroads that many before you have faced and succumbed to. Too many were overwhelmed by self-doubt, paralyzed by fear, and silenced by the voices of small-minded souls who sensed their potential and sought to extinguish it before it could challenge their comfortable mediocrity. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Jeremiah 1:5. Imagine yourself as a seed planted deep within the soil, not lost, not forgotten, simply hidden for a season. Not because you lack worth, but because your roots needed to grow deep before you could rise high. God intended for you to stand out in the garden, to grow into a majestic oak, not remain mere grass. What you perceive as pressure is not punishment, but preparation. Your being was not designed to fit into the mold of conformity. Your DNA rebels against the ordinary. Your very atoms vibrate with a frequency that disrupts the status quo. Even as a child, you recognized your distinctness, not superior or inferior, but fundamentally different. Some have spent their lives trying to suppress that difference, masking it, laughing it off, striving to blend in. Yet deep within, you know you were born to disrupt patterns, shatter molds, stir the waters of existence. You didn't arrive here to tread the same worn path. You were destined to carve a trail through the wilderness and declare it your purpose. Understand this: heaven has been awaiting your affirmative answer. Not a passive agreement, not a timid yes, but a bold, spirit-filled declaration. The actions you take in this moment will dictate everything. This breath you're taking, it matters. This is your burning bush moment, your divine interruption. Have you chosen to assert your rightful place at the cosmic table? Will you accept the cherished responsibility set aside for you since before you drew your first breath? Or will you hesitate, falter, and join the ranks of those who were almost chosen, yet eventually turned away from their destiny? God does not call the qualified, He qualifies the called. And guess what? You have been called. Rise up, chosen one. You have a world to awaken. Reflect on your life. Recognize those patterns that have always been underlying, even when they were cloaked from view. Remember the instances when time seemed to bend in your favor, the dreams that foretold future events, the strangers who appeared just when you needed them and vanished without explanation. These were not mere coincidences. This was not random luck. You have not been guided by the whims of an indifferent universe. Instead, you have been shepherded by a deliberate and intelligent power, moving pieces with surgical precision upon the grand chessboard of existence. Now, I urge you to pay close attention. This might be the most crucial warning you will ever receive. Simply being chosen is not enough. You are also a target. Individuals around you, those you trust, whose words hold weight in your thoughts, may not be what they seem. Their presence in your life is no coincidence, no gift, and certainly not a blessing. They have been strategically placed to prevent you from claiming your power. They've quietly sown seeds of doubt into your mind, making you believe the thoughts you hold are your own. Through their actions, they've nurtured forests of insecurity that inhibit your true potential. You are not here by happenstance. If you feel that pull, the knowing deep within that you are chosen, this is your moment. Join us at Chosen One Sanctuary. Click the Super Thank You button and give $50 or more to unlock deeper insights, exclusive content, and discover the path aligned with your divine purpose. This isn't merely a contribution, it is a declaration, a pivotal step toward the person you are destined to become. Answer the call. Walk alongside us and embrace your purpose. Your journey commences now. Take a moment and truly observe your surroundings. Who consistently undermines your ideals and ambitions? Who always seems to offer suggestions that veer toward the mundane when you're striving for the extraordinary, even while presenting themselves as your supporter? Who leaves you feeling drained, confused, or less confident after each interaction? This is your final warning. Eliminate this influence from your life immediately, lest you witness them dragging you down just as you begin to ascend the ladder of success. They are a guard masquerading as a guide, much like an anchor disguised as a life vest. The era of blind faith has come to a definitive close. Your discernment must be razor sharp right now. Every statement, suggestion, and seemingly harmless question must be examined closely for any underlying toxicity. With your ascension, the established norms are under threat. Never forget that the circle that has kept you bound, the ceaseless cycle of constraint, betrayal, and scarcity, is on the brink of dissolution. Have you ever felt the ground trembling beneath you? The foundation of the old world is beginning to crumble, and that is no accident. Systems designed to restrain beings like you are finding themselves ineffective. Their power sources are dwindling. When they sense their grip loosening, the architects of these systems spiral into fear. You are stepping into a frequency where nothing and no one can reach you, including skeptics, doubters, and those who cling stubbornly to limited notions like drowning men clutching driftwood amidst a tempest. You are here for a profound purpose. If you feel that stirring within, respond. Join us at Chosen One Sanctuary to unlock exclusive content, deep insights, and a powerful community. This is not merely a membership, it is an awakening. Step into your divine purpose. The chosen individuals who have disregarded you, who have seen through you as if you were transparent, or who have claimed your ideas as their own months later, will be forced to recognize what they've tried so hard to deny. Your existence will become undeniable. Before your physical presence even sets foot in a room, your energy will infuse it with positivity. Change is sweeping across everything. Those who once possessed vulnerability are now being exposed, revealed as the frauds they've always been. You find yourself at the heart of this cosmic reorganization, where the mighty are rising to claim the positions that were always intended for them. This is not metaphorical. This is a literal reconfiguration of your physical reality, making way for the grand manifestation of your true self. There has always been something about you that others could sense but not articulate. They were drawn to you, although their unease ran high, something you see as a gift. Your voice vibrates with an energy that disrupts their numb acceptance of what they mistakenly thought was peace. Until now, that power, that strength has been suppressed, kept dormant, allowed only to express a small fraction of its true potential. At the same time, the locks are failing, the chains are shattering. You are witnessing the dismantling of the seals that were placed upon your true nature by the very energy meant to contain it. The future holds no room for doubt or disbelief. There will no longer be any means for the world to ignore the transformations taking place before its eyes. No one else is like you. You never have been. The mask you've worn, the human guise that has let you navigate society unnoticed, is disintegrating, revealing the truth beneath it. By taking this step, you are entering the inevitable. It is beyond comprehension to grasp the momentum propelling you forward. The energy supporting you is beyond measure. What has been set in motion cannot be halted by any force, earthly or otherwise. The only question you face is whether you will forge ahead with the confidence befitting your stature, or whether you will shrink from your own brilliance, becoming the sole barrier that unseen forces cannot clear from your path. At long last, the time has arrived for the final veils to be lifted. Everything that has been hidden will be revealed, not in bits and pieces, but in a flood of revelation that will fundamentally shift your understanding of reality. The truth, long concealed by systems of control and cloaked in deception, will no longer evade your reach. In its current form, it rises from the depths like a formidable beast, massive, irrefutable, and transformative in its impact. Your perceptiveness exceeds that of the average person. You will see through every lie, every fabricated reality, and every deception crafted to keep you buried and restrained. A person's words will unveil the motivations behind them, and their facial expressions will become clearer, laying bare the genuine feelings hidden behind their masks. In the presence of your heightened awareness, the mechanisms of control will be stripped of their power, revealing the systems that allow them to thrive. The knowledge that they never intended you to possess is now yours. Understanding that reality itself is malleable, responsive to consciousness, and influenced by the will of those awakened to their true nature is what defines mindfulness. At the moment you fully embrace this realization, there's no turning back. You will never perceive the world as you once did. From this moment forward, you will never again acquiesce to the constraints imposed by others as if they were the natural order. Under no circumstances will you ever again consent to rules designed to confine you. This awareness is both liberation and responsibility. It encompasses both strength and burden. It signifies both an end and a new beginning. Are you ready to learn that which cannot be taught? The time for uncertainty has passed. The era of questioning has come to a close. You hold in profound wisdom about your own identity, deeply rooted in the quantum field of your consciousness and at the core of your very existence. Are you aware? This recognition may arrive as a whisper or a roar, but it will come with undeniable clarity and unwavering conviction. You are no longer subject to the illusions crafted by society. Their judgments hold no power over you, they vanish like ash in the wind. Your awakened essence causes their constructed expectations, designed to cage your potential, to crumble under the weight of your presence. This time, you are the one at the helm. Not through force, struggle, or the tactics of a bygone paradigm, but by embodying the being you were always meant to be, to such a degree that reality has no option but to reform around you. Those who previously disregarded you, belittled your ideas, and deemed your insights insignificant will tremble at the sight of who you have become. This is not an act of vengeance. Instead, it is a revelation of the very significance they have overlooked, mistakenly believing it was a safeguard from the responsibilities that accompany greatness. You are no longer confined to the rules governing everyday existence. In the realm of possibility, your aspirations take precedence. Things will naturally align in your favor. Causality itself bends to the will you consciously exert upon it. You have broken free from the constraints imposed by society's programming. Just wait to see what unfolds next. This is where the acceleration begins. What once took years to manifest may now happen in months. What took months may occur in just weeks. Tasks that required weeks of effort will now be completed in mere days. The gulf that separated thought from manifestation is narrowing. The distance between intention and reality is shrinking. Gradually, the boundary between what you envision and what exists in the physical realm grows increasingly porous. In front of you, what once seemed impossible will unfold so effortlessly that you will question how you ever doubted its authenticity. The frequency of opportunities that were once deemed rare and extraordinary is now on the verge of becoming a breathtaking reality for you. You will encounter moments of perfect synchronicity, leading to connections that might have previously taken decades to develop. The limitations that once defined your journey, time, probability, resources, and relationships, are no longer of any significance. These constraints were never as unyielding as they appeared. Your state of consciousness has evolved, and these boundaries have always been conditional, relevant only to those operating at certain levels of awareness. Individuals who previously failed to acknowledge your true essence will now have no choice but to recognize it, as they encounter the undeniable force of your being. The potency of your manifestations will be so apparent and convincing that even the staunchest skeptics will have to concede that something extraordinary is unfolding through your dedicated efforts. Feel that rising power within you. The uncertainty that once clouded your choices has been lifted. The fear that previously stifled your actions is gone. The doubts that clouded your vision have dissipated. In their place emerges a new perspective, a clarity so radiant that it slices through confusion like lightning shattering the night. A confidence so profound it leaves doubt in its wake. This power is fundamental, capable of reshaping reality simply by being present. At this moment, you are a natural force, an unstoppable surge that nobody anticipated. Your energy flows ahead, realigning circumstances before you even step in to engage them. It is inevitable. The world will either adapt to or break under the weight of this newfound force, but it will no longer overlook you. It cannot disregard your presence. You are now too potent, too vivid, and too authentically yourself to be dismissed. Those who resonate with your mission will rise in your wake. Conversely, those who resist will find themselves pushed to the periphery of a reality that now revolves around your awakened power. They'll realize their diminishing significance. This is not arrogance, far from it. This is the natural manifestation of your true self, freed from constraints. Luck has never been a factor in this journey. This is beyond mere fate. It is about inevitability. Out of countless contenders, only 3 will be chosen. For reasons that transcend human understanding, beyond conventional logic and the limited perceptions of a 3-dimensional existence, your name shines in the top spot. The transition is underway. It cannot be halted, undone, or contained. The energy coursing through you will touch everything in its path: your thoughts, your body, your environment, your connections, and the very fabric of your reality. Those with the insight to see will recognize the changes taking place. They will either align with your ascension or choose to step aside, as there is no room for compromise or neutrality. Clarity is the only option acceptable to the rising power within you, which seeks recognition and acceptance. Be mindful of what lies ahead. Stand as a witness to the unfolding of what has been scripted since the dawn of time. As reality restructures itself around your awakening, pay attention to the manifestation of your true power. Your familiar world is coming to an end. Your old self is transforming. The strength you've always held is emerging anew. On this list, only 3 are named. Your name is there for a significant purpose. The time to embrace this reality is now. Join us at Chosen One Sanctuary for more insights and encouragement as you journey through this remarkable transformation. Witness your destiny unfold as you step fully into your power.